I was really happy when I saw this gospel, eighth graders, because it's just kind of perfect. Jesus had just told his disciples that he was going to leave them and that they got to hear him pray. And I've said this before, but when my mom died, one of the things I did was I was given all of her journals, that every morning at 5:30 she sat down and she prayed and she wrote in this book. And I got to see what she prayed for years of her life. And it was really an amazing thing to know that about my mom. What did she pray for? What did she pray about? We got to hear what Jesus is praying for. And his prayer was this, that when he was gone, that they'd be one. That they would love each other the way he loved them. And that's the gospel you heard. And what better thing could you hear today than that? That as you prepare to head off for whatever's next for you or wherever is next for you, I think you can count on the prayers of the people who work here and serve here to know that we hope that you love each other like God loves you. It's a powerful thing. Today we also celebrate two saints, Marcellinus and Peter. And if you look it up, most times when you say, well, who's this saint? What did they do? You can look it up and find a ton of information. We know nothing about these guys. We don't know where they were born. We don't know where they preached or where they worked. We don't know what they did, except they got arrested for being Christian and executed under a guy named Decius in the year 205. That's it. And if we don't know anything about them, why are they saints in the church? Well, really simple. When Christianity became legal, and when people from Rome came to investigate and find out what do Christians believe, all they knew is that everybody loved these two, that they had been dead at that point for 105 years. But people could say, hey, see that spot right there? That's where Marcellinus died. That's where Peter died, and we love them. It's an amazing thing that 105 years after they were gone, and everything that was written about them had been burned by the Romans, we know that they were so extraordinary that when Christians were first allowed to build a church, they put it on the spot where Marcellinus and Peter were executed, and they named it Saints Marcellinus and Peter. The blessed memory of those people, they held in their hearts how extraordinary those two guys were when every other record was gone. And I think that's an amazing thing. And one of the ways you can love each other like God loves you is to hold each other in your memory. That in your blessed memory, you can carry with you what's beautiful about the people sitting around you. And it's important to remember goodness because your brain is not wired to do it naturally. If someone hurts you, you never have to remember it. You will always remember it. That's how our brains are wired. But when someone is good to us, and when someone is kind to us, when someone makes our life a little better, we actually have to make an effort to remember it. And so that's my prayer for you tonight. That you'll remember the goodness, the kindness, and that the ways we unintentionally hurt each other, that we can put those aside, knowing that we've unintentionally hurt others and they put it aside. Jesus' prayer is the prayer of Miss Purcell and all your teachers and everyone who knows you here tonight, that you'll love each other like God loves you. And that you'll remember the reason God loves you is not because of what you accomplish, but because of who you are. And there's nothing better about God than that. You're loved because you exist. So I pray that as you move forward to wherever Jesus is calling you next, that you hold in your heart and in your memory the blessedness of being together, of knowing each other. And I pray that that memory help you to love each other for the rest of your lives, and to love each other like God loves you. when we receive Jesus tonight, when we heard his words, and when we sing together, I pray that all of it serves as a means for God to lock the beauty of our lives in our hearts, to fill us with gratitude for what has been and courage for what's to come.